Good day to you, our dear viewer. Thank you so much. Welcome to our lunchtime news coming your way at the hour of 1 p.m. And we're live. It is UBC, your national broadcaster. My name is Sandra Kahunde, proud to be here and to serve you better. Now, starting off with today's activities. Uganda People's Defense Forces has warned allied Democratic Forces fighters planning to carry out attacks on civilians and the army that they will be met with lethal consequences. The UPDF spokesperson, Brigadier General Felix Kulaije, says it is high time the rebels sought honesty, adding that at least 20 out of the 40 ADF rebels who attacked residents in Toroko have been killed and accounted for by the UPDF.
The Uganda People's Defense Forces UPDF has accounted for the 40 ADF militants who attempted to infiltrate security operations in the areas of Bwerambule in Ntoroko district.
The intention of attacking Ntoroko was to divert us from the pressure that we have mounted in Ituri region. Little did they know that we had forces in the rear, and so one of the mountain battalions that is deployed in the area responded quickly and dealt with them a decisive blow.
20 of the attackers were put out of action, 15 arrested, and 16 SMGs, 1 PK machine gun, and rounds of ammunition recovered.
And none of those who came from Congo to attack Ntoroko went back. Those who attempted to go back, they drowned in River Semliki, and the crocodiles enjoyed them.
UPDF spokesperson Brigadier Felix Kulaije says they managed to get vital information from the attackers who were captured.
Those who have captured alive are telling us the instructions were go and kill the kafiris. You know, if you are not part of them, they call you a kafiri, a pagan in other words.
As of now, the situation is under control in Ntoroko and the population has started normal operations.
They have been able to harvest their cocoa and coffee. Originally, ADF was enjoying it and they're making money out of it. Now they want to enter back. Children have gone back to school. So as they enter Christmas, at least they will have had their holidays.
The ADF militants have been neutralized and weakened under an offensive by the UPDF, which continues to further hunt for the scampering rebels in the thickets of the Democratic Republic of Congo. The army assures the public of safety during the festive seasons, but calls for vigilance and report any form of threat. The UPDF has reinforced the Uganda Police Force to provide added security in this period. Ivan Kahua, UBC News in Kampala.
Now, relatedly, in other updates regarding the same topic, the Uslama Kwawote operation against illegal guns and ammunition in Karamoja has since July 2021 helped restore sanity in the region. Uganda People's Defense Forces says over 29,000 livestock have been recovered and more efforts remain at play to return business to normal. The UPDF spokesperson Brigadier Felix Kulaije was summarizing the status quo of the Karamoja operation.
Guns recovered from the warriors, 652. Ammunition recovered from the warriors, 4,097. Warriors put out of action, 654. Warriors arrested, 21,751. Warriors prosecuted, 686. Livestock recovered, 29,270.
Moving on, Koboko district residents have condemned acts of looting by suspected South Sudanese People's Defense Forces soldiers after they crossed the border to invade communities in the Oraba town council. Now, according to residents, such acts by the South Sudan Army do not portray the spirit of Pan-Africanism, East African integration, and the stake of asylum seekers in Uganda.
The suspected South Sudan soldiers entered into Oraba Town Council on the morning of Thursday, invading and looting property worth millions of shillings from residents of Kenyebuli and Kangode cells in Aromoni Ward, Oraba Town Council, Koboko District.
Right now, South Sudan is a part of East African community, where we now needed to cultivate friendship, brotherhood, as far as Pan-Africanism is concerned. So, the way of behaving like rebels again, when they are no longer rebels, that's very unfriendly policies. Therefore, coming to Uganda, looting property, abducting people is an unfriendly policy, which is likely to affect the relationship between the two countries.
The SPLA government has known that most of their people have come as refugees due to this war and started that they are in Uganda. And likewise, some of them who never went to the camp, they are residing with the local people around the border there. In fact, the way they have looted the people's property and money, and they are trying to, in fact, disorganize the peace and security of this nation.
In the process, assailants are said to have kidnapped a 16-year-old boy, a son to a suspected rebel leader they were looking for, but was later released. Koboko District Resident District Commissioner Tom Olinga confirmed the attack by the same soldiers.
At first they were denying that it isn't their soldiers who crossed to Uganda, but eventually they accepted and agreed to follow up the animals and bring them back. And because now it is one which is still lost, the other one came back. So that they engaged their commander on the ground to bring back the animal, and they gave us 2 days in order for them to bring back the animal. Unfortunately, before they could even bring back the animal, yesterday morning, again a group of armed people uniformed in uniforms of South Sudan People Defense Force crossed in pursuit of people whom they suspect are they liaise with NAS or they are NAS rebels, as far as a place called Lambiance. Lambiance is another town, small town in Oraba. So when they reached that place, they never found the person they were targeting. But that's in Uganda. So they kidnapped the son and went with the son away. Now going back, they started again shooting at civilians. Students were scared and they ran away. And then they started picking items from their households. And some of the items which were recorded were TV sets, radios, mattresses, granules, sacks, rice, and money. They were picked and they started retreating back with them to Sudan.
However, locals are demanding both governments of Uganda and South Sudan to amicably handle the issue, but also pave way of compensating the affected people.
And the government should really speak and speak to the SPLA government. I wanted those who were looted, the government, our government, should establish what is looted. And the Sudan government, since it's their forces who have entered, they have to compensate that.
I think I call upon the government of Juba to intervene in this matter so that our brotherhood is maintained.
A general inquiry file has been opened to investigate circumstances under which armed foreign forces suspected to be South Sudan People's Defense Forces unlawfully entered into Uganda and invaded communities. No arrests have been made so far. Joseph Odamam, UBC News.
44 Uganda People's Defense Forces personnel have completed a basic band course at Sandra Kahunde training school that is in Entebbe. The trainees went through band theory, practices, physical training and political education. Brigadier General David Mugisha, the Special Forces Commander, presided over the pass out.
UPDF Special Forces Command SFC has passed out 44 band trainees of the Special Forces Command at Sandra Kahunde Training School Entebbe after completing a 64-week basic band course.
And among them were 3 female soldiers. The course started on the 8th of September 2021.
The course enables the officers to prepare for demands of state duties and band employments.
They were taken through the following lessons: band theory, band practices, physical training, political education, foot drills, sight reading, band marching drills, and finally, they did a 10-kilometer route march with instruments.
The ceremony was presided over by the Commander, Special Forces Command, Brigadier General David Mugisha.
Love the environment, love your neighbor, love Africa, love Ugandans, love East Africa, love the black people, and they know that you have a task to perform.
The school is faced with lack of enough band equipment to enable smooth running of the course. However, General Mugisha emphasizes that trainings should remain a priority.
This is because the best form of welfare we can give our troops is first-class training. For this saves their lives.
He reiterated the importance of disciplined officers in execution of their duties.
Always search for knowledge, don't forget to read. Be honest to each other, be courageous, avoid subversive tendencies. You know subversive tendencies? This is from subversive tendencies. Sectarianism, intrigue, double talk, liberalism, corruption and rivals of life.
Best disciplined, practical, theoretical and overall best students were recognized and awarded. The pass out was attended by Colonel Grant Mugabe, Colonel Namawa, Director Operations, Commanders, Commandants, Commanding Officers and Instructors. Ivan Kahua, UBC News.
State Minister for Energy, who also doubles as Member of Parliament for Kanyumo County, Okasai Opolot, has passed out 1,055 clergy and lay leaders from Kumi Diocese after undergoing a one patriotic training. The ceremony was held at Ngora High School playground.
Viva! 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 Wananchi wa Uganda! Viva!
State Minister for Energy Okasai Opolot noted that this is the first time he was observing the church participating in patriotism training. While delivering his speech, Minister Okasai urged the patriots to embrace government programs that include yoga and parish development module, among others. Honorable Okasai called upon the clergy to be advocates of development, particularly in Teso sub-region and Uganda at large. He also called for unity in Teso.
As a second tenant, we take hard work as a third tenant and take now the values of government.
The Bishop of Kumi Diocese, retired Reverend Michael Okwi Eshakan, thanked President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, the National Secretariat for Patriotism Corps, and the trainer who supported the patriotism training.
Going to help us in mobilizing people to agree and to adopt the culture of working with the government. That's the idea. Number two.
During the same function, Bishop Okwi appealed to President Museveni to appoint a minister and 2 state ministers from Kumi Diocese, noting that Ngora, Kumi and Bukedea districts were marginalized.
I'd like to have a full minister come from just of Kumi region. 2 state ministers from the other districts.
The Deputy Commissioner, National Secretariat for Patriotism Corps, attached to the President's office, Mubarak pointed out that this is the duty of every able-bodied citizen of this country to undergo military training, regardless of tribe, color, or religious affiliation.
I've seen the capacity. Actually, when they were marching around, I was imagining that if Kumi Diocese, Ngora, Kumi and Bukedia is attacked, then we have a force.
Ngora Resident District Commissioner Stefan Ekom advised the patriots to lead by example by sharing the knowledge and skills acquired with other religious leaders.
In more activities of the day, the Bishop of Western Koli Diocese, the Right Reverend Johnson Twinomujuni, has criticized sections of the Anglican Church over promoting homosexuality. Bishop Twinomujuni says the Anglican Church in Uganda will not in any way support or even be party to this unworthy behavior.
The rift between the Anglican Church of Uganda and the Canterbury in the United Kingdom has continued following alleged claims that the Anglican Church in the United Kingdom has continued to support homosexuality.
It has flooded our spirituality with a lot of filth. As I speak right now, we are wrestling with the minds in the UK and other areas where the church is, who have subscribed to homosexuality.
According to Right Reverend Johnson Twinomujuni, the Bishop of the Western Koli Diocese, Uganda Provision Church will stand firm to fight all acts of homosexuality.
They call it marriage, erroneously, same-sex marriage. You see, a clergyman, a bishop standing here, wedding two men. One man who has decided to be his Mr., but he said, for me, I have chosen to be a Mrs. Oh my goodness. Then another man says, for me, I've chosen to remain a man. Something that betrays even logic or conditioning by animals themselves. What animals cannot do, this time men can do.
He says Uganda as a country and Ankole Diocese as a region have clear roots and culture against homosexuality, traced from the theology times. Recently, the Archbishop of the Church of Uganda, Right Reverend Kazimba Mugalu, made an announcement that the Church of Uganda had carved itself from the Canterbury in the UK over similar issues relating to homosexuality.
Bishop mentioned it. You are bringing in people, he's a man, and you're like, Bambi, they are married. They better belong to Mother's Union. Is that what you are representing? Are those your customers?
During the farewell service for the provincial church president, men were asked to desist from acts of gender-based violence.
There are men who really hurt their wives. Watera, kusanga omukazi onomutera notsimba okujoha ahandi kuzarira abana ukamutera ukamukwata amabere ukaganyurira omukazi akashama akahita nyina omukazi wawe men.
You're still watching our lunchtime news this lovely Saturday. When I return, I will look at activities from Bank of Uganda, that is during our business updates. Keep watching.
Sent transport to the wrong person. Here's how to reverse it with MTN mobile money. Dial *165#. Select My Account. Select Initiate Reversal. You will see your last 3 transactions. Select the transaction you want to reverse. Enter your mobile money PIN and you'll get an SMS confirmation that the transaction has been blocked from being withdrawn. And that's it. Please note, only transactions that haven't been withdrawn can be reversed.
Get value for your money by choosing the right paint. With Global Paints, you don't just paint, but paint for generations to come. Make Global Paints a paint of choice and make your building a paradise. We have weathercoat emulsion, undercoat emulsion, silk vinyl emulsion, flat emulsion, super gloss and high gloss. Global Paint, a reliable product.
The festive season is here and it's Christmas in 4G from Airtel. Get the most affordable 4G smartphone in Uganda, now heavily discounted from 250,000 shillings to 150,000 shillings only. Yes! 150,000 shillings only to keep you connected to your loved ones this holiday season.
Dial *175*94# to activate free 1 GB instantly and 100% double data on all weekly and monthly bundles for 3 months. Get one today while stock lasts from the nearest Airtel shop. Happy holidays this festive season with Airtel, the smartphone network.
Welcome to the Living Room Stadium. It's the FIFA World Cup. The match is about to start. Food and drink ready. There's no space left for anyone. Come on, get your lucky chair. Take your usual spot. Even the puppy has one. It's preparation time. You can feel the tension in the air. And do you have everything you need to believe? Paying for groceries the old way.
3, 4, yeah, 5. I don't even know what he's doing. 7, 8, 9.
Allow me.
Paying for groceries with the My Airtel app. You have the power in your pocket. The power to conveniently pay for goods and services. Unlock that power with the My Airtel app. Visit the App Store or Google Play now.
That's my wife. Yeah, let me just take this point.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is no longer news that Ebola is with us. Please wash your hands with the soap every now and then. For the entire business community, ladies and gentlemen, let us lead by example. Let us sensitize our customers and let us be cautious. Avoid handshaking, avoid hugs, because it is dangerous for everyone.
If you, your loved ones, or anyone else in your community is experiencing any Ebola signs and symptoms, immediately inform the health officials in your area. You can also call 0800 100 066 or text 8500 for free to notify the health authorities. Together, we can beat Ebola. This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Health with support from USAID, WHO, and UNICEF.
Thank you so much for still keeping a date with us right here. We are live and still looking at some of our top stories for this Saturday. Now straight into our business updates. In the final band of the year 2022, a Bank of Uganda is unbothered by the rise in inflation during the past 3 months. Now, despite projection in spending levels of locals due to festivities, the governing body is still looking at stability.
The annual inflation rate in Uganda eased marginally to 10.6% in November, from 10.7% in the previous month, but still holding close to 2012 highs. The Executive Director, Supervision Bank of Uganda, Tumuwene Twinemanzi, says with this, the economy is apparently stable despite the drastic inflation rate in the last 2 months. It is, however, believed that the main upward pressure continued to come primarily from prices of food, non-alcoholic beverages, furnishings, and household equipment plus education.
Interest rates are freely determined by demand and supply. So as government, our responsibility and as Bank of Uganda is to ensure that we create an environment where interest rates can come down. But it's very hard to have interest rates coming down when you have inflation going up. But now that we have managed to contain inflation for now, okay, then the next target is going to be one, to bring down the inflation rate, and the next target will be to bring down the lending rates. So it's a staggered process.
Basically, around this year, we have seen
that the bank has suffered with high NPA in the space of the microfinance portfolio. Now what we shall see come next year is the SMEs, because of their tenure that is long, we are going to monitor and see how they behave after.
Bank of Uganda further revealed emphasis on cyber security as hackers continue to up their game amidst economic pressure.
In terms of the risks we're going to focus on, cyber security risks or cyber security threats is now front and center in terms of one of the risks that we're most concerned about.
The harmonious working relations with banks has eased transactions with the high expansion rate of financial services to the local people. Finance Trust Bank, that elevated from microfinance institution to a fully-fledged bank, is expanding its wings with more branches countrywide. The latest is in the shifting of its main offices to Elblaza and Nakasero, boasting over 500,000 customers countrywide. Founded in 1984 as a women finance institution, the bank believes in inclusiveness and elevating low-income earners.
And the reason we are focusing on the women is because an empowered woman makes an empowered home, and it also empowers the man. So the women are there to support the men in financial management, and as a result we've come up with a number of financial literacy programs where we are training the women on how to manage their finances.
Bank of Uganda believes that there is a significant stride in the banking sector, with different banks registering performance increase, mainly in loan acquisitions, bank deposits, among others. Sada Mubale, Amon Gabo, UBC News.
Paying for groceries the old way.
3, 4, 5.
I don't even know what he's doing.
7, 8, 9.
Allow me.
Paying for groceries with the My Airtel app. You have the power in your pocket. The power to conveniently pay for goods and services. Unlock that power with the My Airtel app. Visit the App Store or Google Play now.
That's my wife. Yeah, let me just take these coins. Yeah.
Welcome once again. Thank you for watching and staying. Now into our sports updates before we let you go. The cricket cranes are continued with their form in the East African T20 Tri-Nation Series this weekend, beaten Rwanda by 97 runs in their third encounter of tournament. Now this makes the cranes the leaders of the three-team table with 9 points and 7 games to play at the Gahanga Stadium, that is in Kigali, Rwanda.
Great day for Team Uganda here at the Gahanga Stadium in Kigali. 5th win out of 5 games and a 3rd win against Team Rwanda.
The Cricket Cranes scored 153 runs for 7 wickets in 20 overs and limited Rwanda to 56 runs all out, emerging winners by 97 runs. Man of the match and spin bowler Henry Senyondo displayed incredible bowling skills to collect 4 wickets for the team in 6 overs. His brother, also sensational batsman Simon Sesazi, contributed 55 runs as Brian Masaba, team captain, contributed 34 runs not out to Uganda's victory.
My plan was to bowl more balls to apply more pressure. Because the more I bowl more dot balls, more pressure comes to the and ball get wickets for the team.
Though the team struggled in their batting session, the assistant coach Jackson Ogwang is confident the team's strategy worked for them.
A brilliant start to the tournament for the boys. We have won 5 out of 5, and that's a very big positive in the right direction. Yes, they have played well. The last 5 games, we have amassed close to 600 runs in this game so far, and we are happy with the progress. Yes, today was kind of different, and what I would say that is part of the process. We would not play on the same kind of wicket every day. So on tough conditions like what we encountered today, we had to adjust. Of course, we have been playing a very positive cricket, but again, the smartness came in today whereby we would not go entirely out hitting the ball. We had to adjust and run in between the wicket. But we knew if we get close to 140, that would be a defendable score for us.
Uganda currently leads the three-team table, followed by Tanzania, with Rwanda at the bottom. The teams will take a rest day on Saturday, 17th December 2022 and return to action on Sunday. Uganda will go up against Tanzania. Grace Joyce Kemgisa, UBC News.
Many thanks for joining us. Thank you so much for making the national broadcaster be a part of your lovely weekend and watching our lunchtime news that were coming your way from the hour of 1 p.m. My name is Sandra Kahunde, and we've been coming to you live from Broadcast House, Nile Avenue. From the entire team behind the scene, wish you a beautiful Saturday and, of course, a fruitful weekend. Keep watching UBC, and blessings.
The Ministry of Health informs the public that there are confirmed cases of Ebola in Uganda. We, however, urge the public not to panic as the situation is being managed. The